New information now on how the Omicron surge is impacting you. New COVID cases for today, about the same as yesterday, more than 4,400, but nowhere near the tens of thousands of cases that were being reported just a 3 weeks ago. Meantime, the situation in our hospitals is improving. This is the steady decline that we've seen here the last 4 days. We're still over 4,000, but we're down from 4,800 just a few days ago. The trend is the same with patients in the ICU and those on ventilators as well.
And nearly 2 years into the pandemic, there are still parts of the COVID story that continue to mystify, like why some people suffer from symptoms months, even years after first testing positive. Our Nick Medanis is live tonight in Lodi with a group of people known as long haulers. And Nick, they opened up to you tonight about what they've been going through.
Yeah, and Brittany, one of them telling us that they just couldn't get better, so he and his doctor sitting down searching for answers on Google. Some themes, Brittany, emerge here tonight: frustration, confusion, and a struggle to find the proper care. Daniel Cravero, during the pandemic, has gone to the hospital intensive care unit at least 10 times. That's not even counting his initial bout with COVID.
Emotionally, I'm a little nervous. I'm scared. I'm 23 years old.
His most recent trip looked like this, and it nearly left him dead. Machines running his heart and lungs, more than a dozen medications pouring through his veins.
At that point, they told my mother, prepare for the worst. He might not make it through the night.
Since getting COVID in December of 2020, Cravero has serious heart problems, lung problems, stomach, autoimmune disorders. He had none of that before COVID. Millions of Americans are said to be dealing with COVID's long-term wrath, affecting them in different ways.
The brain fog, which is sort of this steady state where you're sort of bummed and confused and bored and anxious.
That still happens today, nearly 2 years after he got the virus. A voice actor, Keith Norton, battled COVID for about 5 weeks at home during the first wave. But it's what followed that really shook the 46-year-old. He went from having one doctor to 8. Never mind the sleepless nights, endless coughing. The worst was in his head.
The neurologist started using words like dementia and Alzheimer's, which was for me the scariest and lowest moment.
It lasted about a year, but his memory is coming back. He says overall he's 90% better. Cravero is nowhere near that. He is desperately seeking a special therapy with a doctor in New York City. He got COVID while working as an EMT for Hackensack Meridian Health and says his insurance won't cover it, threatening the first glimmer of hope he's had in months.
You're getting worse, but there's nothing we can do. And there's no solutions to that point. So we finally found an alternative solution. I just want to get better.
Wow, it never gets easy to hear those stories. But Nick, what can you tell us about that treatment?
Brittany, it's IVIG treatment, and like a lot of stuff with COVID here, it is still being studied. Cravero says none of the doctors within the hospital system for which he works are using it right now on COVID long haulers, so he had to check elsewhere. We did reach out to Hackensack Meridian Health tonight, Brittany, but did not hear back.
All right, Nick Medanis in Lodi tonight. Nick, thank you.